Hello, my name is Master Sergeant Talisha Green, Senior Traffic Manager from the Installation and Mission Support Center. In 2012, the inbound receiving process was divested from material management and transferred to traffic management. That's right, folks, we own it. Inbound receiving is a critical part of logistics and the supply chain process. As traffic managers, we own the front end of the process when items are received at an installation and the back end when items are shipped. So we are either first or last in the process when government material is moved. In essence, we are receiving what we ship. So what does that mean to us? As important as it is to properly ship an item to ensure it reaches the proper destination, it is equally important to receive and receipt for items. In most cases, the inbound cargo function receives all MILSTRIP and non-MILSTRIP shipments consigned to the host installation and is responsible for ensuring assets are captured correctly in our cargo movement operating system and the base integrated logistics system supply. It's important to note, in-checking into CMOS closes the ITV loop and is a key source for determining full-time equivalent or manpower for our career field. ILSS is a system of accountability for material at the host installation. In this video, we will run through a few common scenarios you may encounter when receiving and receiving material at your installation. All MILSTRIP and in some cases non-MILSTRIP shipments offloaded or delivered at your installation must be verified, checked for discrepancies, and segregated based on priority and classification. Because in this video we are focusing on stock listed items and the receipt process, we will address MILSTRIP shipments only. As discussed, and we want to emphasize, traffic managers must ensure all MILSTRIP shipments are in-checked into CMOS. Additionally, all protected shipments must be handled as the first priority. For example, priority shipments 999 MyCaps must be receipted ahead of all other shipments, and property marked for the local supply FB or equipment FE strand must be processed promptly. To comply with CMOS System Advisory Notice, in-checkers must ensure each piece of cargo is individually in-checked under the assigned carrier tracking number, manifest, or commercial bill of lading to acknowledge transportation services rendered. The receiving and receipt processes are intricate parts of our function, as the old adage states, garbage in, garbage out. So verifying shipment content using the requisitions number and suffix code and validating the RIC on the source document are just a few of many steps we need to accomplish. When verifying shipment content, each container must be opened and the contents compared to the stock numbers, part number, unit of issue, and quantity on the source documents to the actual property received. Note, containers having a single line item NSN that are XB3 expendability, recoverability, and repairability category ERRC coded or is packed by a technical specialist and are properly marked and labeled in accordance with MILSTED 129 are not required to be opened. Again, it is important to verify the TCN and MSL corresponds to the source document. Be sure to validate the routing identifier code against the REC input. If the RIC is different than the source document, contact LGRM. Validate the property matches the source document, annotate any discrepancies or variances, execute the receipt, transaction in the ESS application, update the item record, and physically position notices to stock for material management or due-out releases for documented cargo delivery. Affix the DOR ESS asset management label to the property. Inbound cargo personnel will scan the AMID on the ESS label and move the item to a temporary hold location for documented cargo operations to pick up and deliver. DCO personnel scan the ESS AM label on the property, move the AMID in ESS, and then deliver the property to the customer. Traffic managers will make sure key supporting documents are made available for material management and maintain documents in accordance with AFRMS. We encourage all our traffic management personnel to not only read, but understand our role and importance in the movement of material. Behind the scenes, every day, our traffic managers contribute to the defense of our nation by supporting the fight. Our duty is to put people and parts in place, and every step in the process is vital to that mission. News you can use from your AFI MSC.